Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. Number one, I apologize. We're a few minutes late here. We had some minor technical issues with headsets this time, but we are all good. We have some great giveaways for you. In fact, everyone could be a winner. And then, of course, we're going to have our typical giveaway. We'll have a question at the end, and whoever answers first and correctly will win. I have two giveaways. One is a Amazon Fire tablet. Number two is the Apple earbuds. So we're going to make this fun. And then, like I said, every single person on here, and we have hundreds, will have a chance to walk away with an IUL prospecting book on us, 100% complimentary. And the most important nugget is, as an active Levinson agent, you have full access to the Sage Scholarship Program, obviously at no charge, as long as you're active with us. So we have some new nuggets to talk about with the program, with Levinson, updated carriers, products, colleges, everything across the board. And in fact, we have a special guest speaker that I'm delighted he's on with us today. I'm going to introduce him officially in a few minutes, but we have the CEO from Sage that will be joining us live in literally 5 minutes here. So this will be a great presentation. Make sure you take out a pen and paper, jot down notes, questions, anything that you want to dive into. Please let us know. Andrew's going to answer every single person in real time. And then if we have to call you after the call, no problem with that either. But you're going to see, especially when Mike is done speaking, the Sage CEO, I'm going to dive into sales strategies that are being used today with the Levinson approved carriers and the scholarship program that are on fire. They're working great, especially since COVID hit. Actually, a few years back is when I saw the most traction coming in from agents. So I'm going to share all of that in about 20, 30 minutes. We're going to get everybody out right before 4 p.m. Eastern time. I promise you that. I will not be late today. So just sit back, relax, and let's take it all in. And again, if you can walk away with nuggets you can use this afternoon to make more sales, create new leads, then it's a win-win-win across the board. Let's jump into the first slide here. So what I want to talk about, and it's literally the most exciting time for all of us here at the Levinson headquarters in South Florida and for our agents, it's the annual Levinson Expo. So we are back. It's our 51st anniversary, okay, in 2023. So proud of that. What we're doing this year at the Expo is very unique. Number one, we have 13 of our core insurance carriers that will be presenting live, and that's life and annuities this year, so that'll be fun. We're also going to have an agent panel. So we handpick some of our top agents from around the country, and we're going to bring them on stage. We're going to have an open roundtable discussion, and then we're going to give the audience a chance to ask some questions so you can learn a little bit about their business model and what they're doing that's unique and driving traffic leading to sales, right? So it's going to be awesome. The main point here is sales ideas for our agents. That is the name of the game for April 21st. That's it. We want to make sure, literally from 8:45 in the morning to 5:30 p.m., you're going to have breakfast, lunch, snacks, but the main point is new sales strategies that you can take home with you. Okay, that's it. We told every VP, our keynote, our presenters, you have to bring value to our agents that are sitting in the audience, period. That's it. We don't want to hear about financials and you've been doing this since the 1800s. And no, we need sales ideas that our agents can use, period, on the life, annuity, and supplemental side. So this is going to be amazing. Make sure you RSVP because we're capped at 300 agents because of COVID restrictions by the Hilton. So very important stuff. Make sure you get that in. Plus, if you're qualifying for a free room or a round trip airfare, you must have your life annuity premium in by March 31st. which is literally around the corner. So get in that paid premium so you can qualify. And again, it's free. If you've never written an app before, this is 100% complimentary as long as you're an active agent with Levinson. So again, you know what we'll do, Andrew? Let's send out that thank you email to everyone that's on today, and we'll include all of this information so it's at everyone's fingertips. Okay, what we're going to do a little different today is we're going to announce our official guest speaker right now a little early, and then as soon as Michael is done, like I said, I'm going to take it back and dive into all of the sales strategies and nuggets that you can start using this afternoon. So without further ado, we have the official Sage CEO, Mike Hall, is joining us. Mike, are you there, bud?
I am, Bill. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All righty. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for having me here today. I'm going to just give you a 10, 15-minute overview of all the new initiatives that we're rolling out here at Sage, which are benefits to your clients and our colleges. But what you're interested in is the benefits to your clients. So just to give you a real brief overview, I'm sure you have some new agents out there. Our main benefit here is tuition rewards, which are discounts off the list price of tuition. And for about the first 20 years of Sage's existence, we were exclusively a tuition discount benefit company. And as time went on, that discount, we had a lot of competitors roll into this field, and we realized we had to offer, some additional benefits or become stale. So we now have a number of new benefits. I'm going to start with a program. It's called Sage Prime. I'm not sure if Robert covered it last year, but I'll give it a real quick coverage here. What Sage Prime is we have, in addition to high school students in our database, we have their parents. We call them sponsors. Today, we probably have 7.5 million sponsors in the database. And when this company was formed in 1994, we could never imagine that there would be a need to have a benefit for the sponsors, the parents. Tuition rewards are only for high school seniors going to college full-time. So when we wrote our initial contracts with our colleges, we promised them in the contracts that we would never sell a name in the database, and we would never market or let anyone market to the parents. That still exists. So all of a sudden, the pandemic comes around, and voila, the largest cohort going to college today is the adult learner. There's more adult learners going back to college than there are high school seniors going full-time for a year. So all of a sudden, our sponsors become very important to our colleges. However, we're not allowed to let the colleges market to the sponsors by contract. So we come up with a program called Sage Prime. And what Sage Prime is, it's a program that when a sponsor goes into the database to check on their students' points, there's a button. They can opt in to Sage Prime, and that allows the colleges to market to them. Currently in Sage Prime, we have 40 of our schools. We have to go back to them one by one and try to get them to sign an addendum to the college contract where they opt into Sage Prime. What Sage Prime is, if any adult in the database wants to take a course, generally online, part-time, these 40 schools will give them a flat 10% off the list price of tuition for that course. That course can be for degree completion. If somebody dropped out of school, they went into the workforce, now they realize they need a degree to get a promotion or a raise, they're not going to quit work to go back to school full-time. They're going to go back part-time, and generally it's online. Sage Prime is available now. They can get 10% off of any course, be it undergrad or graduate, or continuing education certificates. So a lot of the people in the workforce, especially in healthcare, every year need continuing ed credits. They can get it at a 10% discount through Sage Prime. So in a nutshell, that is Sage Prime, and that's one of our newer benefits. In addition to that, the other byproduct of the pandemic was that before the pandemic, the largest source of names that colleges recruited from for high school seniors was a company called the College Board. What the College Board is that's the company that administers the SAT exam. Now, they charge students like $135 to take the SAT. But that's not where they make their money. Their largest source of revenue is once you take an SAT exam, the College Board bundles those students' names and their grades together with their email address, and they sell them to every college in the country for 50 cents a name. Colleges pay huge amounts of money to get their hands on that list every year. Well, when the pandemic came in 2020, they didn't administer the SAT for 2 years in a row. Those names dried up. Then, after the pandemic, most colleges today, if not all, are either test optional or test blind. They either every college accepts an application today without an SAT score, or they just don't want the SAT. So what that meant is all those names probably permanently have dried up. So the colleges have empty seats and they're scrambling. That has made the Sage database, we're finding out, a lot more valuable. So one thing the founder of the company was trying to do for, it seems like forever, is something called, we call it Fast Track. We have a new benefit called Fast Track. Other people are jumping on the bandwagon, and across the industry, it's called direct admissions. We've been featured in a couple of articles in a trade publication for colleges called Inside Higher Ed, and we were mentioned in a Wall Street Journal article recently on the subject of direct admissions. What direct admissions, or what we call Fast Track, is schools are saying to kids now, if you meet certain criteria, each school has a different set of criteria, and it's generally you have a minimum, a 3.0 GPA, you have maybe 1 or 2 AP courses, you have whatever. They say you're admitted. You don't even have to apply. The old method was a student applies to a school and then he waits and he either gets an accept or a reject letter. Now the school is saying to kids, please apply because you're guaranteed to be admitted. We will not reject you. It's called direct admissions. We call it Fast Track. So we have now 63 schools signed up to participate in Fast Track. And what that is starting freshman year in high school, a student is encouraged to go in the database and start to fill out a resume, which we call a profile. They self-report their grades, anything, grades, extracurriculars, if they're holding a job outside of school, any volunteer work they do, anything they can identify, this is what I think I want to major in. These are my favorite schools. They can favorite schools. And they build this resume or the profile. And now we're finding out, in direct admissions, the Fast Track is so new. It only began this year. We don't have any hard statistics on it. But what schools are doing is they're going in and viewing these profiles, and we know they're actively recruiting kids based on their profile, just like they used to exclusively recruit athletes. Athletes were always heavily recruited by schools, never kids for academics. Now the kids for academics are getting recruited left and right. Kids that are saying, I want to major in STEM. You've got schools filtering our database for STEM majors, and they're just going crazy to try to recruit these kids. So through the Fast Track program, it's a huge benefit for your clients' kids to be in the database early, to register the student, and have the student every year go in and start to build this profile because they're being recruited. And to encourage kids to fill out the profile, we've never, ever had students directly earning points. Points were always earned by the parents through purchases of products and things like that. Now, if they have a student register in the database, if they completely fill out their freshman profile, they get 13,500 points directly to the student. If they fill out their sophomore profile, provided they did the freshman profile, they'll get an additional 9,000 points and then an additional 7,500 points in junior year. So the students can build a lot of points just by filling out the profile, in addition to the schools just going crazy to now recruit kids because the SATs have dried up. They don't have those names, and they have a lot of empty seats nowadays. So our database and being a sponsor with a student in the database has become a lot more valuable this year. So that's Sage Prime and Sage Fast Track. Like I said, Fast Track right now, we started signing up schools to participate probably February. I'm going to say, when did we start it? Maybe like September 2022. We have 63 schools, and we're signing up schools every week. In addition to that, the next benefit that we're rolling out, and it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't know if you've been to our website, but if you go to our website, tuitionrewards.com, you'll see across the top, there's a number of buttons. One's called the newsroom, okay? What the newsroom is we're finding the biggest thing today with employers, with schools and things is called financial literacy. There's a huge push on getting at the high school and grade school level financial literacy, and schools are the big buzzword. All the banks are doing it. I mean, they're claiming they're doing it. They don't have it on their website, but they're, they put it up there and think they've done it, and that's the extent of it. So in a push to get into the high school level, we're trying to penetrate, and the high school and the grade school level, is we want to start a big push on financial literacy. To start that off, we first built something we called the newsroom. The newsroom is a collection of curated original articles on everything that has to do with college and high school. So we went out and we put an RFP out through Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere with bloggers, influencers, and we had a call for articles and authors. So far, we've signed up under a subcontractor contract. They're not here as employees, but we have under contract about 60 writers right now who contribute on average about 60 original articles to the newsroom. And it's on not just financial literacy. There's a focus on financial literacy, but it's anything college, anything high school. And it's for the kids in the database to use as a resource. Right now we have about 400 articles, and we're adding about 60 a month. Now we want to take these articles and we want to segue them to a new benefit called financial literacy, financial wellness. We're building that out. It's probably going to take us about a year. We have someone that we've hired recently to headman that project, and we're working with some local banks and some employer HR groups just to try to figure out exactly what companies want for their employees under financial wellness. At the company level, they call it financial wellness. At the school level, they call it financial literacy. And we hope to have that, sometime in the next 12 months, to have a separate page on the website. It'll address anything from, it's like, you've probably heard of a new website out there, a company called NerdWallet. It's with credit cards, it's education around mortgages, it's education around just how to apply for a checking account, how to write a check, and then all kinds of articles people are writing about what college life is about. We have writers writing, what's the best plants to grow in your dorm room, what's the best food to keep in your dorm room that you don't have to cook because you don't have a stove. All kinds of crazy stuff that kids in college think about, and it's valuable to them. I look at it and say, my God, really? But this is what they like. So we're building out the newsroom, and we're going to be building out a Sage Financial Education Center in the future. So that's basically all the news I have on the updates to the Sage program. It's Prime, which we're hoping is going to be really big once we get enough sponsors to have interest in it. Sage Fast Track has already taken off. I mean, the emails are out of control when they're reaching out to students right now. We all here have student test accounts in the system. I do, and some days I'll come in on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll have as many as 40 emails overnight from 40 different schools, because I have a fake profile I built with, a really good GPA and things. And they're just going crazy trying to recruit. So it's really important to tell your clients to register students if they're in high school, get their students to build the profile. I think that's personally, I think that's our most important benefit. It's really something, and it's going to be the future. So I think, Bill, that's probably
that's great.
I have to talk about with respect
Michael,
to some of the new things happening.
On average, we're still adding 1 to 2 colleges every couple months at this point, right? Every few months, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
We're up to roughly 460.
460. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's grown quite a bit. And I will tell you, first of all, Mike, I appreciate you taking the time. But I've been a member, and we've been offering this to agents for over 10 years now. And the way the company has grown, and it's unbelievable. And I know you've been a huge part of that success. So my hat goes off to you, Michael, and I appreciate everything. And I speak on behalf of all of our agents. So thank you. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being part of it. Absolutely.
All right, good stuff. So what we're going to do, too, is we're going to email some brochures afterwards, some of the items Mike just touched on. But now what I want to do is dive in, because you're thinking to yourself, I'm an insurance agent, and, how can I go out and market myself, and be a little different and bring value to the consumer, to my prospects, right? How can I use this to generate leads and ultimately help more and more families, right? Which is number one, kind of the whole point of the platform. So first off, by being a Levinson agent, you get to 100% complimentary access, okay, once you're active with one of our approved carriers, okay, number one. Number two, think about this as a leg up, right? So, and I like to use this example. If I'm a life insurance agent and Andrew's a life insurance agent, right? And we're both talking to the same prospect, right? It doesn't matter if it's final expense or return of premium term or IUL, whatever it is. And we're pitching, the same product, right? Maybe 2 different carriers, same type of product, right? Same cash value, same death benefit. Everything is neck and neck. But maybe they like Andrew a little bit better than they like me. Okay. But the difference is I'm offering little Johnny, right, their son, who is going to college, right? But I'm offering this value add that's, let's say, just under $40,000 of scholarship credit to any of these 460 colleges at no extra charge to the consumer. The client is going to work with me every single time, okay? Even if they like Andrew's personality better, and even if they've known Andrew for 7 years and they've known me for 7 minutes, it doesn't matter. They're thinking about $40,000, right? In little Johnny, I'm getting the sale every time. So that's how you need to think about this. And step 2 now, right? And I think we all agree that's a no-brainer. How do you get the word out? right? So, you're an insurance agent. That doesn't matter if you're focused on term sales, final expense, burial, senior market, or more of the large cases with retirement planning, right? Tax saving strategies, and you work on, target premium cases of 100,000 and up, whatever it is. Okay, you need to get the word out, because now all of a sudden you're not just a insurance agent or a financial planner, right? Or even CPA or estate planning attorney, which we have some that are licensed. All of a sudden you're a college planning professional, right? You can talk about college funding and then using a vehicle to pay for a 4-year tuition, which is called life insurance. Okay? So the policy combined with tuition rewards, think of it like a frequent flyer program at Delta, okay? But those two combined, I'm going to show you how you can pay for a full 4-year tuition by leveraging this platform and life insurance cash value. So when you can explain this to a consumer, a parent, a grandparent, it is a 1-2 knockout punch. Okay, I'm telling, and I'm not trying to sell you. You'll see in a few more minutes. Okay, why the proof is in the pudding here. So number one, what I want to talk about, and it's funny how we first got started. I remember I saw this concept, and Sage was working with Wells Fargo customers, and I said to myself, "Wow, this would be awesome if we can get this approved by a life insurance carrier to offer this to our agents so they can offer it to consumers." And our first company was Kansas City Life. So we had one carrier. Okay. Fast forward to today, 15 carriers, over 100 products to choose from that are all approved. Okay. And now, fast forward, we have a direct to consumer link. You can literally email a link to the consumer, okay, and they can click and enroll. And it's kind of, think of a Bank of America checking account. They set up their account, and then their points are in there. They can go back and check points, colleges. They can send referrals through the program, annual policy reviews, which keeps your name in front of the clients. They get more points. So this is amazing. And then let me tell you another huge hook, and you should write this one down. This is amazing, by the way. So not only are the points valid, right, for, let's say, a new prospect that buys a approved policy from you, okay, obviously, boom, they're in the program at no charge. But let's say, for example, you're with Allianz, right, and you've been with them for 8 years, and you've been selling their IUL product for 8 years. And maybe you just got hooked up with Levinson and Associates, and now you're Sage approved with Levinson, which is free. Great. You can go back to every single client, every policy holder, every insured that you sold to over the last 8 years with an Allianz IUL and say, "Hey, Bobby, Susie, great news. Since I'm Sage approved, right? I know you bought this from me 5 years ago. I can enroll you in the scholarship program at no charge because I'm now a Sage active agent." So they don't have to buy anything from you. Just because they have the approved product, they're in. That's it. So guess what? That opens the door, right, to talk to Bobby and Susie about other policies, about a beneficiary change, a policy review, or what about a referral, right? What an awesome referral program. Hey, Bobby, I just did this for you. This could be worth $40,000, right, at any of our 460 colleges. Do you have one name and number you could give me that could benefit from these services, from this program? Bobby or Susie's going to say, "Absolutely, Bill." Okay, here's 5. Okay, boom. You just got 5 free new leads. Now, and this is why I kept saying this earlier through our marketing, this is the ultimate lead generator, the ultimate referral program. You just have to get your arms around it and know enough to be dangerous, right? Now, so you think about 15 carriers, okay? So with these products, yes, everyone you sell, boom, they're eligible, free, they're enrolled, okay, number one, and then past policy holders, again, okay? Now, if they send you a referral, more points, annual policy review, 500 more points. Each point is equivalent to $1 in tuition, okay? The numbers just keep adding up. Basically, it equals 1 year free tuition at any of the 460 approved colleges. And even if you say, "Bill, My kid's going to Florida State University. Okay, they're not going to any of your 460 colleges in the program. That's okay. Your kid can go to Florida State because guess what? You can transfer this program to any blood relative. Okay, brother, sister, niece, nephew, cousin. So that 1 year of tuition, let's say, for example, okay, Johnny's going to FSU. Well, guess what? Lisa, who's 7, okay, she wants to go to Embry-Riddle to focus on aeronautical science. Okay, great. Program can be cashed in at Embry-Riddle, 1 year free tuition. Okay, so that's how you need to think about this. There's no skin off the client's back. It's a win-win-win. Okay, all right. Now, a couple other things I want to talk about. We have this direct to consumer Insure Me Now Direct platform. Okay, think about this for a minute. We have 17 approved products on the platform today. We're going to have 21 approved products by the expo because we're adding 4 new Assurity Life products with return of premium. Okay, that's free insurance. Plus, they're getting the scholarship program. So again, this is on. I wish that when I was selling for my first couple years in the business, I had something like this. It's exclusive, so you can use this to recruit other agents. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And that's why I say it's the number one complimentary lead generator. Okay? And if you want to add a designation to your business cards, your email signature, college planning professional, okay, we have a website I'm going to show you in a few more minutes, College Navigator, that's provided, okay, by the Tuition Rewards Program. It gives you all of the facts and statistics for each school in the platform. So you can sit down and talk about everything from A to Z with your client. So all of a sudden, you're not just an insurance salesperson anymore, okay? Now you're a college planning professional, and you have the vehicles to get you there, Mr. or Mrs. Client. Okay, it's a whole new ballgame. All right, let's keep moving forward. By the way, we have a bunch of marketing material. We have PDFs. We have videos. We can co-brand. The list goes on and on and on. Okay, what's new at Levinson? Just a few things here that I want to mention. Okay, the Hero Assurity product, which is also approved on Insure Me Now Direct through Sage. Now, they are paying $50 for every policy sold as a bonus for the next couple months. Once you are past 10 policies, you get $75 cash with every policy. So that is a great opportunity. Instant decision up to $2 million. It's 100% direct to consumer. In our annuity department, we just launched this Margaritaville Jimmy Buffett cruise. So starting at $500,000 of indexed annuity premium, boom, you are in with a guest. And I believe it's 4 nights, 5 days, 100% complimentary. Let's keep moving along. So the Expo qualification. So you have until the end of this month. In fact, that's Carrie's birthday on the 31st, starting at $25,000, complimentary beachfront room. So we pay for 1 night at our beachfront resort, and then at $50,000, round trip airfare. We can combine life and annuity premium as well. 10% with AIG Corebridge on all IUL sales, $4,000 in bonus with Illinois Mutual as their Fast Start contest. Let's move to the middle section here. I was just talking about the 4 new products that all have ROP riders with Assurity Life that are integrated into Insure Me Now Direct. We're launching at the Expo. Think about this. We're going to have up to $1 million instant decision term, a DI plan, a critical illness plan, an accidental death plan, right, guaranteed issue, with return of premium riders, all 100% direct to consumer on Insure Me Now Direct and all Sage approved. Okay, game changer, folks. This is huge. Okay, I can't stress it enough. Let's move over to the right-hand side real fast. I want to talk about the Bill Levinson Experience podcast. This is the ultimate training tool. Okay, if you're a brand new agent, if you're a veteran agent, it doesn't matter. You need some extra inspiration, motivation. You want to hear from a top MDRT agent. There is an episode every single month. You can go back 4 years. Okay, some amazing episodes. I promise you, you will walk away with nuggets. We have NFL stars. We have in fact, the MLB World Series MVP, right, from the Atlanta Braves that I interviewed. I have Tom Brady's wide receiver, Brashard Perryman, from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm interviewing him next week. You got to check these out. Okay, I promise you, they're built for you. I put my agent hat on for an hour and I interview these guest speakers. You're going to love it. Okay, and obviously it's free, so check it out, and I want to hear your thoughts. Also, probably the biggest bullet on here, right? Our entire Levinson and Associates website, refreshed, revamped, and launching at the Expo April 21st. It's going to be amazing, okay? The website, the app, we listened to our marketers, we listened to our agents, and we totally redesigned this website. I promise you, much easier, much more user friendly. We have search bars now. In fact, the Levinson app, we did the same thing. You're going to love it. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. It's funny that we just mentioned the website because I saw the other day, you always want to be proactive. You always want to think forward and, what's next. But obviously, you have to do your best for today and then in the future. And at Levinson, we always huddle up weekly and talk about, yes, today and what can we do, right? And be proactive moving forward to help our agents. That's the goal. So we're always way ahead of the curve when it comes to e-apps, e-policy delivery. In fact, we were the first pilot agency to launch those things years and years ago. So I'm sitting back the other day and I see a competitor's e-blast and it says, great news. They're talking to all of their agents. Great news. We just launched the most advanced e-application system called iGo. Click here to get started. And I'm looking at this. I'm not going to mention names, obviously, but I'm like saying to myself, Bill, we had the iPipeline iGo system for almost 10 years now, right? And this IMO is saying, hey, great news. And I'm not trying to put them down, but it just proved to myself, the team here, that we're so far ahead and you can't take it for granted, number one, because, you're only as good as your last sale kind of thing. But we take this very serious. This what's new page you're looking at, okay, every week we have to add new bullets, new tech, new ways to help our agents get their foot in the door and make things easier. That's it. That's the goal. That's the name of the game. And we did exactly that when you look at this next slide here. So this gave me the goosebumps. Yesterday I saw this email come in. I'm not going to mention names. It's a very personal email, but I had to share it with our audience because number one, it meant so much to me, and I think that we can all learn something from this email, from this testimonial. Number one, it's when I talk on these webinars at the expo, on the podcast, I take this to heart, and I think about the audience first, right? And how can I help our agents? And the more we help our agents, the more we help our business, the more we help the carriers. It's a win-win-win, and I get that. But when you see something like this come in, right, it just proves the concept, and it tells me that, number one, I got to share these stories. And if there's something that helps me on a personal level, business level, I got to share this with our agents, with our extended family. So let's look at the bottom right corner. So I mentioned a couple weeks back on the webinar about this book that I've been listening to by Tim Grover called Relentless, and how it's changing my life and how it makes you just want to put in that extra step, that extra 5 minutes, right? That extra, review at the end of a policy review or whatever it is, right? Just doing the right thing and doing whatever it takes with everything you do. And the book is amazing. And here, one of our agents, and we're going to call him Scott, we'll keep it very generic, sends this in yesterday, and I'm just going to read it quickly. I was intrigued when you mentioned the book Relentless. I downloaded this on Audible. The book really made an impact on me and moved me to make decisions I've been putting off. I'm sharing this with you because I made a huge decision and wanted you to know what your encouragement has made on my life. This decision was easy to make once Relentless put the reason squarely in my face as to why I was holding back. I made the decision to resign from my current business, and I'm going full time in partnership with you and your team. We are going to design and implement tax free retirement accounts via IULs and annuities. I've sold them for years for PNC agents and other advisors. Now, just for us. Thank you, Bill. See you and everyone in April at the Expo. So, this agent has been with us for a while and he's been successful with us, kind of doing this part time on the side. Now he's doing this full time, no guaranteed paycheck, 100% commissions. And by mentioning this book, right, it gave him the wherewithal, the extra oomph, the extra ounce of initiative to make this life changing move, right? And it means so much. And I think that we can all learn from this. Check out the book. And again, I think we can take these exercises and use them in personal and business and just be a better person overall, not even just about life insurance. The top left-hand corner, this was great. This is talking about us as an IMO. I recommend Levinson as the top IMO of choice. Besides top products and contracts, they offer to agents and agencies tools and systems. I believe every agent should be using this to build their business. In my opinion, a must-have relationship for any successful producer. Anthony, thank you. That's on our Facebook page, by the way. If you, okay, and any agent listening right now, we have hundreds on today, which is fantastic. Send us a review. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Google, and we'll send you the IUL prospecting book. We want to hear from you, okay? These stories give me the fuel to keep going every day and try to be bigger and better. And most important, more important, I hope it does the same for you all, right? And I feel like when you have that energy, you're in the zone, you do better not only for you and your family, but for everyone you speak to and your clients you're helping. Okay, we know how that works. Okay, enough of my ranting. Let's keep moving forward. This is a quick napkin sales presentation. You can do this through a webinar, seminar, or if you're sitting with anyone at a Starbucks. Okay, just a cute little idea. Tell your client you would like to take them through an interactive exercise. Okay, write down the numbers 1 through 8, let's say on a napkin or a whiteboard. Ask your client if you could design a financial vehicle for your money, what would it look like? Okay, as they identify the 8 characteristics, fill in the blanks next to each number. Now, you know as well as I do, right? They're going to start writing down safety, right? Guarantees, growth, family protection. I want my family protected, okay? Estate planning, right? Retirement purpose. Well, the point is this will open the client's eyes to a life insurance policy. And then you come in and explain, let's say, what an IUL does and how it meets every single point they just wrote down on that napkin in front of you, okay? And how you are going to meet their needs with this policy for $89 a month or whatever it is. So it works amazing. It's very basic, just a cute little napkin presentation we wanted to share, but I'm telling you, it works like a charm. And it's funny, what you're going to see is the answers are so common, right? It's all about the safety, guarantees, protection, and boom, life insurance, 1-2 punch. Okay, next slide. I don't want to hear any excuses, by the way, because we have here Agent Jerry, 91 years young. This was in our office last week, and I wanted to take a picture and post it on Facebook. The reason why, you don't know how many times I hear, Bill, I hate the cold calling, or I don't like calling on my book of business. I want people to call me, whatever it is, okay? People get lazy when you're doing this for a while, right? You get very comfortable, and you have to hold yourself accountable. You got to look in the mirror and say, are you being lazy? Are you taking the shortcut? Are you taking the easy way out? And I wanted to show everyone, here's Jerry, 91 years old, still writing life and annuity business, comes in, drops off apps, uses our social media lead system and third-party host, and he's making it happen. There's no retiring for Jerry, okay? It's amazing to see this. And if you're 55 or 72 or 19, there's no excuse, okay? when you look at Big Jerry here, crushing it every day, no excuse, folks. Okay? That point made. Let's keep moving along. Okay, jumping into Sage. How does this work, Bill, right? How do these points work? How does this wind up being a full 1-year scholarship? Okay, very simple. And by the way, we're going to include all of this again in the thank you email. Now, if you're setting up a webinar or a seminar, okay, or an appointment, or you're creating social media leads, maybe on an ad using Facebook, okay, you can give every single prospect, even if they don't buy from you, a $500 or point gift card, gift certificate. Okay, that's $500 that you can use for any of the 460 colleges. Every point is $1. Okay, even if they don't buy anything from you, they just have to listen to you talk about life insurance and the tuition rewards program. Okay, you can have a 1-hour seminar or webinar talking all about IUL for retirement purpose, and then tie in tuition rewards for 5 minutes. Everybody in the audience gets a $500 gift certificate, okay, for tuition rewards. That's simple. That's huge. Now, if they buy a policy from you, 4,500 points. Right there, that's $5,000 or points in scholarship. Okay, a client referral. Okay, one of your members, one of your clients that's in the program, they send you their neighbor Jenny down the street, another 500 points for the family that referred Jenny. Okay, now every single year the policy's in force, another 2,000 points or dollars in scholarship. Every annual policy review, another 500 points every single year. Okay, what does this do to persistency? Think about this. Okay, it keeps policies on the books. It keeps those renewals coming in to you. What does this do? How does this help you keep your name in front of these families every year? Guess what? They're going to be calling you every year. Why? Because they want that extra 500 points or dollars in scholarship or tuition rewards. Okay? They're going to be calling you, Bill, hey, I want that 500 points. Can we talk about my policy? It's time for my review. Think about this, folks. No brainer. No brainer. There's no minimum premium. Okay? This works with all of our approved carriers and products that we went over earlier, even the Insure Me Now direct carriers and products, except dental and vision. Okay? Again, this is big. I don't even need to say it again. Let's keep moving. Now, I'm going to show you 2 slam dunk examples. Okay? And when you can sit down, you talk about a napkin presentation, you sit down with a prospect and go over this concept, they're going to buy from you every time. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, we're going to show 2 examples. One, we're going to use return of premium term insurance. Number 2, we're going to use an index universal life product. The first one, real fast. Okay, female, age 45, preferred non-tobacco, $250,000. Okay, look at on the right-hand side. You're seeing an extra column. That's tuition rewards, right? Remember the first year, 5,000 points, and then 2,000 points every year after. We have a total after year 20 of 43,000 points or dollars for tuition rewards, which is basically equal to a year of a 4-year tuition. Okay? Now, let's move over to the right-hand column, all the way to the right. Now, tell me you couldn't sell this or who wouldn't be interested. Okay? Right-hand column. Total premiums paid, $28,750. That's after 20 years. Okay? Now, let's think of, so the premium annual is $1,437. Okay? About $130 a month roughly. Okay? Total premium paid, $28,750. Let's go down to the next level. Free tuition reward points, $43,000. The total cash value after 20 years when little Johnny starts school, okay, $28,750. So we have a total outlay. Think about this. Your client paid in just under $29,000 over a 20-year period. They had a free $250,000 life insurance policy the entire time in case the breadwinner passed. so Johnny can still go to college. Okay, free. So the 28,750 turned into, let's go to the bottom right in blue, turned out to be equal to $71,750 to be used for Johnny's 4-year tuition. And they had free life insurance for the last 20 years when it was important to make sure Johnny could go to college. Okay? Can you sell that, folks? And by the way, this is all guaranteed. We're not talking about hypotheticals here. This is guaranteed per contract. No brainer. Let's keep moving along. Okay, the next example. Now think about grandparents. Think about the ultimate door opener. Okay, $100 a month. I love this concept. This is an IUL now. Okay, we all know IUL, right? Left-hand side, total premium for the year is $1,200. Okay, and then we have the current scenario. The death benefit is increasing, right? And then look at the pink column over to the right. That is our tuition rewards program, accruing points every single year, just like the ROP term. Let's move all the way over to the right-hand side. Okay, we're talking to, let's say, a grandparent for little Susie, right? 2 years old. Okay, $100 a month. Let's see what this did for us in 20 years. Total premium outlay, $24,000. Total scholarship points, $43,000 in tuition rewards. The total cash value in 20 years, when little Susie, right, the 2-year-old, is going to college, is $32,526. Okay, we have a total value in 20 years of $75,526. Okay, so think about that. That's almost 3 times what the consumer put in, plus they had free life insurance the entire time, and the 20 years now, right, once they took this cash out, okay, by the way, we have to leave some cash in, but the policy can continue. Okay, think about that. So after all these benefits, you're getting back a 3 times return, and the policy can continue on for little Susie, okay, for the rest of her life. The ultimate gift, folks. Ultimate door opener here. Okay, let's keep moving. I know we're running close on time, and I promised you I'd get you out. Insure Me Now Direct. By the way, I'm almost done, 2-3 minutes. Insure Me Now Direct. Same concept, same thinking. The only difference is if your client goes on your website, 2 a.m., they can do this by themselves, or you can walk them through it. And what's so cool, the tuition rewards link or button, or the enroll button, is on your site. So you can just send your client, right, a link to your site. They can click tuition rewards, see the left side, and they can enroll themselves in minutes. It's so easy now. It's direct to consumer as well. So again, 17 products, everything is here, 21 products by 421, all SAGE approved except dental vision. Okay, let's keep moving real fast. This is the Insure Me Now Direct platform, and that's where it says the scholarship rewards button or SAGE. Okay, right-hand side, it has a blue square, a rectangle around it. Okay, as soon as the client clicks, if you look over to the right-hand side, that's what's going to come up next. They click there. Next, your application is ready. Look at the price. Free, apply, link comes up. You are done, and your client is done. And again, they can do this at 2 a.m., or you can do this with them at your daughter's soccer game. Doesn't make a difference. Everything is 123. That's the approval code. Then on the right-hand side, boom, your client has their own account set up, rocking and rolling. You're off to the races at that point. And keep in mind, remember I was talking about the lazy agent doesn't want to reach out to their client, right? They're getting very comfortable, too comfortable. As a matter of fact, well, guess what? Now these clients have to call you for that annual policy review to get their 500 points or dollars. Don't forget that now. Do you see what this is doing? Okay, huge. Okay, I'm going to show you some ideas built around the scholarship program that I'm seeing agencies use today. Okay, and by the way, if you use none of these or one of these or all of these, great. Okay, we even have, look at the bottom right corner, that's me with the purple polo shirt. I have the magnetic pin. We have agents that use these at conferences. They use these to literally go grocery shopping. Why? Because it says, ask me about free scholarships. It opens the door to conversations. Okay? Left-hand side, you can put together a ad or video on YouTube, right? This is the ultimate lead generator when you're out there offering a $500 gift certificate for tuition rewards just for talking with you for 5 minutes about college planning and funding. They don't even have to buy anything from you. Think about the leads that you can create from this concept. Okay, huge leg up against your competitors. Okay, think about webinars, seminars, right? The old Ponderosa buffet. Now you can offer a real value add at no charge. Give everyone at the seminar the gift certificate. Why not? $500 in value. Okay, the $99 IUL legacy concept, the ultimate gift for kids or grandchildren. Love that concept. Daycares, I would have flyers made. You can, if you can tap in and network into their e-blast system, right, for schools, for nursery schools, preschool, whatever it is. The list goes on and on. Social media, huge. Temples, church, networking events, whatever. The college navigator tool. Okay, boom. You all of a sudden you're a college planning professional. Everything at your fingertips with the 460 colleges. When you open the College Navigator tool, we'll include the website in the thank you email. And then don't forget my pin. We're going to give those away free. In fact, whoever wins today gets the pin as well. And if you leave a review, we'll do the pin and the IUL prospecting book as well. Okay, done in literally 30 seconds. This was podcast 43. I recorded a few weeks back. The reason why I wanted to point this out, because Amir is the social media guru. If you now say, hey, Bill, I want to get the word out, how do I do it? This is a great podcast to listen to. Okay, upcoming training events. It's what you're on right now. On the bottom in blue is Columbus Life. We're officially rolling out the new Instant Decision IUL on top of other marketing strategies on the 23rd, around the corner next week. That's going to be a big one. And then Agency Automator on the top. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we host those calls with Kevin, the programmer. Okay, and our last slide, Positive Tuesday, quote of the week. Life doesn't get any better by chance or hope. It gets better by change in action, right? Just like our agent shared with us in that email titled Relentless. Okay, and by the way, go read that book. Tim Grover, he's got two. One is called Winning. One is called Relentless. In fact, I'm trying to work something out now. It looks like I'm gonna be able to get a copy of each book for every single expo participant this year. Okay, it's probably gonna be Relentless is the book, but anyway, that's how excited I am, and that's how sure I am that if you read this book, it's gonna change your life, personal and business. Question of the day: I mentioned Insure Me Now Direct and the Sage program. How many products do we have on the site today available on Insure Me Now Direct? How many products are approved with Sage today? How many products are on Insure Me Now Direct today that are approved by Sage? Tell me the magic number. You win. Andrew is checking out the list right now. I hope your little fingers are on your keyboard. Whoever is first and correct walks away with the grand prize. Notice our white glove service there, right? That's how we treat our agents. You are our customer, okay? So, very important to me, very important to our staff, and it should be important to you. Andrew, do we have a winner today? Who was first? Who was correct? Just give us 1 second here. Okay. The number, we have a winner. The number was 17. 17 approved products, and the winner was A. Herring. A. Herring, congratulations. Let's all have a great day, a great rest of the week, a great weekend. Look for our thank you email. Let's all have that relentless pursuit. Take care, and thanks again, everyone.